Bakhtiari will be back at some point. We know that. It's just going to be a little bit later than maybe some would have initially anticipated.
Right, a minimum of 6 weeks. And let's put the numbers up here that you were talking about. For the last 2 years, this Green Bay offensive line has led the league in pass block win rate, with Bakhtiari ranking in the top 2 in both pass and run blocking win rate over the last 2 seasons. He's an extraordinarily good player. And so this is sneaky big and bad news for a Packer team that you mentioned. The center, Lindsley, is no longer there. So, Tedy, when you hear this, particularly that Bakhtiari will be out for 6 weeks, what's the first thought that goes through your mind?
I guess there could be, I'm asking Orlovsky this, but this is the worst possible news a quarterback can have when your left tackle goes down. And I say that because it's the best possible news I can have as a defender, as an edge rusher on the defensive right side. So, I mean, it just starts a trickle-down effect. Am I taking my left guard and I'm moving him out? Do I have somebody else that has to go in and play center? So guys are now playing different positions that they've done before, but it's still not the continuity you want with the number one group on the team that needs that continuity to work together in terms of slide protections, blitz pickup, those type of things. So it just takes one hit. It just takes one hit on Aaron Rodgers, and all of a sudden he's out 2-3 games. Danny?
Yeah, I mean, to Tedy's point, think about this. Bakhtiari out for 6 games. That means for 30% of their season, 6 games, 17 total games, they're going to have essentially 3 new starters on an offensive line that was one of the best in football last year. Now look at their schedule. Saints, dominant defensive line. 49ers, dominant defensive line. Pittsburgh, dominant defensive line. The Bears, dominant. So 4 out of their 6 games, they're playing dominant defensive lines with 3 new starters position-wise. Elton Jenkins sounds like he's going to kick out the left tackle. He's going to be good, but he's not David Bakhtiari. And then they're going to have 2 rookies likely replacing some of those other missing pieces. Josh Myers, a draft pick, and Royce Newman, a draft pick. So 2 rookies for 6 games of this season have to go in and not play well. And that's the biggest, one of the sneakiest questions going into the season. Who's going to be their starting 5? And even when Bakhtiari comes back, how well does he play and get used to things? And they're still going to be dependent on youth. The last point, the last team I remember that had a dominant offense, went on a deep playoff run, and then had this type of turnover from one season to the other was the Rams. After they went to the Super Bowl, missed the playoffs the following year because their offensive line wasn't nearly as good.
Mike T., how come you're telling everyone, as Aaron would say, to RELAX?
Because not only is he quick-footed, he's quick-minded, Greeny. And because he can get rid of the ball so fast, he can overcome the deficiencies that Tedy and Dan alluded to. So by no means is it ideal. I do think Josh Myers can replace Corey Lindsley, but Aaron Rodgers' ability to get rid of the ball quickly, know where to go, and because he has short area quickness, it's not ideal, but they could survive this. But make no doubt about it, to replace 2 or 3 offensive linemen in any one offseason is very difficult.
All right, we'll keep a close eye on this. Again, sneaky big and potentially bad news. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.